Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. This year's Courage Award for achievement in a correctional setting goes to an individual who spent 10 years failing at his personal goal of achieving his high school equivalency diploma, or HSED. Mr. Jody Byrd, Sr., is a 45-year-old man who grew up in a really tough environment. As a youth, Mr. Byrd received special education services, but was still not able to overcome his learning difficulties. Mr. Byrd began working on his GED certificate in 2007. He worked for 7 years on the old paper and pencil test with no success. In 2014, a new version of the test required all students who had partially completed the old test to start from the beginning. The new version of the test needed to be done on a computer, which presented yet another barrier to Mr. Byrd. Frustrated with the years of studying, without success in the challenging test updates, Mr. Byrd made choices that limited his access of the institution's educational programs. After several failed attempts, Mr. Byrd successfully enrolled in the competency-based education program to earn an HSED. He studied with teachers and peer tutors in small groups with one-on-one support. Throughout 2017, Mr. Byrd worked with a great deal of determination to earn his HSED. Mr. Byrd says he now knows how to speak and pronounce words correctly, how to make complete sentences, how to do algebra and geometry, and also about industrialization and globalization. Mr. Byrd says he may be up in age, but he can finally say, "I did it. Now I can go home with my diploma and set a better example and be a role model for my kids and grandchildren." According to his teachers, the payoff for Mr. Byrd's 10 years of dedication can be seen in the awesome smile he displays in the hallways when congratulated on his most recent accomplishments. Please welcome Mary Pullman to accept the 2018 Courage Award for achievement in a correctional setting on behalf of Jody Byrd, Sr.
On behalf of Jody Byrd, we'd like to thank Wisconsin Literacy, the people who have helped him work on his HSD, and his family. Mr. Byrd stated that he had started this a long time ago. He was not successful at least 10 times for different reasons, and he feels this advancement in education will positively affect his life. And currently he is enrolled in a program to help him teach his granddaughter literacy through reading.
I was Jody Byrd's teacher in the CBE program, and I can personally vouch for how hard he worked. I saw him many times before he joined the CBE program, and he just would get so frustrated and upset at himself. And once he started the program and started seeing the payoffs, his smile that we talked about, it just got bigger and bigger. And when he got to the end, he's like, "You're kidding me, I'm almost there." And we said, "No, you're almost there, you're done, you're gonna be done next week." And that grin just got so big, and now all we have to do is just ask him if he wants to talk to anybody, and he'll be more than happy to come in and say, "Hey, you need to do this, you need your education." And he, like Ms. Pullman said, you know, he wants to be a role model for his grandkids and go back home and say how important it is to get your education. And he was very excited. Like I said, we're about to have a graduation here at our institution in a couple months where he will officially receive his HSED, and he can't wait to get it. So very excited for him.